And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, live once again, Tuesday night. It's Birdhouse Xfinity Open League Season 2 coming at you hot and heavy from Homestead, Miami this week, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be one hell of a good time out here tonight. I'm telling you right now, we've got 100 laps coming at us. They've got 3 sets of tires as always. It's 65% fuel for them. They don't get no chances if a wreck happens. Get that repair done as much as you can. Get back out and get to racing. It's race time here. They're getting in the qualification laps now. All of them are floating around getting whatever they can get out of the car. We've got Billy Van Meter checking in right here, right now, as he is floating on through the track, getting his laps in there, trying to get a fast time, trying to get out on the front of the pole here at Homestead. Week 6, ladies and gentlemen. Week 6. And with that, let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and bring them up. There they are, championship standings as the current right now. Mason Thompson, Jason Spear, John Crawford, Jason Chilton, Rachel Hunt, Chandler Clark, Ryan Elmore, Magnus Anderson, Michael Sellers, Cody Dahl, Troy Baker, Eli Minnick, Mitchell Schaefer, Isaac Campbell, Matthew Gonzalez, Mike McMillan, Ryan Catalano, Wyatt Frank, all the way down this list, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big, long one right there. Wyatt Frank, Ryan Hatch, Chris Vickery, Rob Higgs, Christopher Hodgson, Christopher Fleshman, Keith Hume, Billy Van Meter, Kim Kraus, Clinton Engel, he's gone, Joshua Divers, Ryan Allen, Barry Kramer, Kendrick Hom, Scott Wilkerson, Andrew Watt, Joshua Corner.
Look at you
Joshua
go, Vic.
Parent, Mark Math, Jacob Blakely, Jeff Weimer, Brody Dusher. Ladies and gentlemen, big, old, long list of drivers. And like we showed just a second ago, at the top of that was Mason Thompson, Jason Spear, John Crawford, sitting in 1, 2, 3, 179, 159, 156 points. Mason Thompson's got 2 wins. He's 2 weeks back-to-back with that driver. And can he do it again here at Homestead? A lot of drivers are hoping not. Some people watching are probably really hoping that the man can make it happen and get down with his bad, funky self one more time. But you never know how things could turn out. Along with him having a win, Jason Spears got a win too, guaranteeing both of them a chance in the dance at the end of this thing here for the playoffs. That's right, a chance for the playoffs. We'll get back to that talk here in just a second. It's looking like they're going to be gridding up here now, ladies and gentlemen. Mason Thompson on the pole with Chris Vickery on the outside. Sitting in 3rd place is Chandler Clark with John Crawford pulling up a 4th place position right now. Billy Van Meter is going to be... Billy Van Meter going to be sitting in 5th position on the inside there with Joshua Divers on the outside. Cody Dahl, 7th place. Eli Minnick, 8th. 9th place going to Matthew Gonzalez. 10th place going to Michael Sellers. With another cool Troy Baker, that baby maker, sitting on the inside there. 11th place with Rachel Hunt on the outside, following up in 12th place. 13th place going to Kendrick Hom. Jason Spear coming in 14th position with 15th on the inside. Low lane there, Keith Hume. Ryan Allen on the outside in the number 61 there. Magnus Anderson in number 17th position. 18th going to Christopher Hodgson in the number 8 for K-Bomb there. Wyatt Frank, 19th position. 20th going to Jason Chilton. 21st, Mitchell Schaefer. Mark Math, 22nd. 23rd, Brody Dusher. 24th, Andrew Watt. Joshua Corner pulling off 25th place out there. 26th going to Ryan Catalano. 27th, Rob Higgs Jr. 28th, Christopher Fleshman. Ryan Hatch, 29th. 30th place, going to be Joshua Parent. Ryan Elmore, APG out there. 31st place, Kim Kraus. 32nd. 33rd, Isaac Campbell. And that is the grid, ladies and gentlemen, there for this here huge race coming off here at Homestead. And guys, it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a battle. And we're going to catch every inch of it right here live. Kev Calls TV. I am Kevin Hazelwood. This is the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. And there is a ton of cars here ready to get this thing underway. Big old long line of cars here on board with 30th place right there. Joshua Parent in the pits here. He's grabbing up the gear. He's going to take off down the track, ladies and gentlemen. This action is going to be intense. As they pull off down backstretch here, we're going to have a lap and a half here going with the pace car out front. Ladies and gentlemen, 100 laps of action coming at you. Week 6 of the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. We got Mason Thompson. I'm telling you right now, they had better figure out something to do against the driver of that 81 car there, because if he pulls off 3 in a row, the hat trick, woo, good for him for 1 and for 2. How are you going to stop that when it comes down to the playoffs, when it comes down to championship time? That's Mason Thompson going to lead this thing off. As the green flag drops, we're racing, ladies and gentlemen, here at Homestead. And there they go, the 81 followed on the outside by the number 3 of Chris Vickery. Chandler Clark pushing up on the inside there behind the 81, pulling off a second place on the start there as they come into 1 and 2. Big wreck, big wreck, big wreck, big wreck. Oh my goodness, big wreck. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, as they come through that first turn there, I seen Chris Vickery get nailed. What we're going to do is pull this back one more time here, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to watch the number 3 come down the track here right there. He just gets loose. That thing cuts up the track on him, and he's gone. That's it for the number 3 there. And after that comes along, oh, my goodness gracious. Man, ladies and gentlemen, this was a bad one. This was a bad one. We're going to bring it back right around here. And as he gets loose, get that quarter speed going here for us. There's the 28. We're going to come up. Oh, what happened? We lost everybody. Look at him just coming to the inside there. The 45 is sideways. The 10 is cutting up through. The 28's catching his brakes up through there. There goes. Just, they made it through just fine after that. But man, oh man. What a bad time there. That car, like I said, just snapped loose on Chris Vickery in the number 3 there as he was in 3rd place coming through the turn 1 and 2. Just got into the entry of it there, and bam, gone, done, over. That's the race for that driver there. Let's get back to the back of the field here. Look at that. 26 was involved in it. 87 was involved in it. The 14 was involved in it. The 92 was involved in it. The 78 was involved in it. That's the entire Top It Off Racing team. That was the entire Top It Off team. The 44 involved in it. Mark Math of the 199 also involved in it. We've got the number 4 of Jason Chilton, Dahl Mechanical. He was involved in it. Got some side scrapes going on there. The number 8 of Christopher Hodgson, also involved in it. Over half of the field, ladies and gentlemen, from 15th place to 30th place is in the pit lane right now, getting some type of repairs done. Mason Thompson still out front, leading this thing off. What an unfortunate turn of events to start this thing off here at Homestead with the number 3's car, just like I said, snapping loose on him in turn 1. Just whammy right there. Billy Van Meter of Chaos Motorsports, they're back 8 spots after that restart there for this coming up. Mitchell Schaefer and Wyatt Frink of Dahl's Mechanical, both drivers up way far up there now. With, there we go, Rachel Hunt, Michael Sellers, really paying off dividends for those drivers there. They're up 5 and 6 spots apiece themselves. Troy Baker making up some good time, as well as Cody Dolan. That the only one that didn't change. Mason Thompson in the top 10. That's it. Everybody else from that top 10 is either up further or nowhere near that picture anymore up top. And Chandler Clark still in the pits, as is Joshua Divers. This is bad. This is bad, ladies and gentlemen. As we come around here, we've got looking like 1 to green here. Pace car's lights are out there, ladies and gentlemen. They're double file. Around the track onto the backstretch now. They're going to be entering 3 and 4. The pace car is going to take the dive down pit road. And we're going to get back to racing here at Homestead. Not like we really got to racing there in the beginning there. First lap. Number 3 just the tires just did not want to cooperate. That car just got loose on him, gripped up, slammed him into the wall, and he there wasn't anything he could do. It's unfortunate that that's the way it went down, but that is the way it went down. Here they go.
Ready, green flag.
He's waving. And the action's back underway, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the pack take off on through there. We've got Mason Thompson, Cody Dahl really running it hard and heavy into the first turn there up to the outside wall. He's going to keep it off by just about 6 or 7 inches or so right there and manage to keep that speed up the entire time. Little brush with death, though, as they enter 3 and 4. He's now going to cut down, follow with the 81 as much as he can. They're burning and turning as the 34 of Wyatt Frink right there getting loose. Sideways, and he's down out of the field now. Another caution going to come out there. We're going to go back and look exactly what happened there. Young Wyatt Frink getting sideways, coming through 4. And he's going to take out a couple more drivers with him as he does so. Absolutely comes across the 56's nose right there immediately. Ouch. Lost it right there. The 34 got loose coming through the turn. And that's pretty much all she wrote for him. He got loose. There was a car too close to him for contact right there. It caught up with him. Poor little fella. Wyatt Frink there. Just going to get a little loose, like I said. Here's the 34 sliding out. We got Billy Van Meter back there in the 23, and he's going to get caught up in this. As they come through there, he's going to slide up through there. The 56 of Ryan Hatch is going to catch the 34 square in there. Billy Van Meter is going to catch the 56 in the rear. I'm going to lose the 56 and 34 momentarily. They're going to come back into life here in just a second. Don't understand why those two drivers, actually 5 cars gone, poof, just like that. Absolutely ridiculous. As we come back live, caution number 2 underway. That's over half the field done. Bunch of things going down here tonight. Lots of wrecks happening, lots of people getting taken out of this. It is not looking like a fun time out there for a few of these drivers. Their cars are beaten, banged up. We got Mason Thompson out front of this thing right now, and he started out there, and if accidents keep up like it are, these cars behind him are going to be so beat down, there's no chance they've got of keeping up and keeping this thing competitive. You might as well just hand it. It's going to be something to see as this thing continues on here. Like I said, we've been going for 20 minutes now, and 10 laps have been paced around here at Homestead, Miami, ladies and gentlemen, as we're watching Isaac Campbell pace up through the field. What a, like I said, turn of events that's going down. As everything continues on, Mason Thompson, Troy Baker, Michael Sellers, Kendrick Hom, Rachel Hunt, Ryan Allen, Jason Spear, Joshua Corner, Mitchell Schaefer, and Isaac Campbell making up that top 10 right now, ladies and gentlemen, here at Homestead. There's the 92 of Ryan Catalano, still in this for Top It Off. I do believe the only one of his machines still left in the race. Rob Higgs Jr. coming back out on the track. There's John L. Crawford as well coming out behind him. And it is going to be an interesting show. As they continue on through here. Homestead, Miami. Week 6, ladies and gentlemen. It's a race for points here.
Green flag.
As the green flag is back out and we can't see anything. Here we go. Sorry for that. Had a miscommunication with the cameraman down there on the track. Producer had the wrong feed in right now. I don't know. But as they're going around the track, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take this time to bring up the point standings for the team championships here as Birdhouse Motorsports sitting up front with 601 points right now. Dow Mechanical coming in second place, almost a cool, it is a cool 102 points behind in second place. Third place going to Bitcoin Boy with 470. If they keep it up the way they've been driving, though, they'll catch up in no time. K-Bomb Racing coming in fourth position with 423 points. Spear Motorsports making up fifth place with 378. Chaos Motorsports, the newcomers to the league, with 258. And Top It Off Racing with 243. As they continue on down the track, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a race up front now between Troy Baker, that baby maker, in the number 18 and the 81. Wow, reversed roll going on there. 1881. with Kendrick Hom in the 25 machine pulling up behind him. They're going to take that inside line is Hom. Michael Sellers in the number 9 machine, also making up some good time out there on the track. He's got Jason Spear and Rachel Hunt, teammates there. Spear Motorsports, the only two on their team here present tonight out of the 3-man squad for Spear Motorsports is Jason Spear and Rachel Hunt out there in the 83 and the 61 respectively. They're cutting down the inside line, working together as teammates should. Ryan Allen, Chaos Motorsports driver in the number 51 car. He's out there in 6th place right now, making moves up the track. Everybody's trying and pushing. They're trying to get to the bumper of that Mason Thompson and at least get around him. They all want to finish in front of him because he's won the last 2 races. None of them want to see that man hit 3 in a row, except for maybe his teammates back there around 14th of Magnus Anderson. That's a Bitcoin Boy driver. He wouldn't mind his teammate winning number track, but he'd also like to pull one off for himself. Loud machines as they're making their way onto that backstretch now. Mitchell Schaefer battling with Keith Hume. Both of them Dahl Mechanical. Don't need to battle too much. They are teammates. They got Joshua Corner separating them from their fearless leader of Cody Dahl out there, who's currently running in number 8 spot right now in the 10 car. Troy Baker starting to get a little space out there on the track as they make their way through turns 1 and 2. He's got Kendrick Hom and Mason Thompson behind him. And they are getting down in front of the ground. We got the 51 and the 61. That's Ryan Allen on the outside of Rachel Hunt there. And he's going to try to put the pedal down, get around that driver. Hopefully keeps her clean right there, because Rachel's one heck of a clean driver out there on the track. Knows how to get things done. Knows how to put the fear in you if you need to. And she makes her way 7th position. And that's the 38 there, Joshua Corner. I spoke of him earlier. He's the gentleman separating teammates from each other right now, and he's doing a magnificent job, up 16 spots from the start of this here race. We're going to kick back here and see how young Wyatt Frink is doing. He's got Matthew Gonzalez and Wyatt Frink. We got Brody Dusher, Chandler Clark back here. They're all on the track still. They're back in the back, sitting, back 20 of the track, but Clark's got a good car with him. He's up here racing amongst the guys that are well in front of him, but he's back a little bit himself there because incidents that went down on the track. It's a cool lap back. We believe that driver there is the lucky dog right now. Another yellow comes out. As long as he can stay clean, he'll get that position back up there, ladies and gentlemen, and he'll be a dangerous one to be watching. And from 24th position on back, they're going to be no longer with us. Have checked out. The car's not going to be able to hang on anymore from there back. So we've got 9 cars out of this thing from the start. Woo! 18:25:81. I'm telling you right now, drivers, they're going to continue on this show regardless of the situations. One whole lap got made before the first set of havoc, and then a grand total of 3 were made before the rest of them were taken out of it with it. Just did not see that coming in any way, shape, form, or fashion, ladies and gentlemen. But that's what went down, and we're going to put our head up, we're going to persevere, and we're going to move along. But like I said, it is quite unfortunate that that's the way that this thing started out today. just going along as they're making their way up to that lap traffic behind them. Now Troy Baker in the number 18. He's got Kendrick Harmon, the 25 behind him. They're pushing their way on up through there. There's some banging of the boards right behind them, though. Let's go ahead and see if we can see there's some action going on back there. Oh, yeah. Nice pack race going on right here. 61, the 9, the 16, and the 81. He's falling back a little bit. I think he's saving up tire. I don't think he's lost that much, ladies and gentlemen, of the driver in the 81 there of Mason Thompson. Like I said, he's won the last 2 races that they've had here, week 4 and week 5. But, phew. As they're still continuing on through here, guys. We're at lap 25, quarter of the way through the action now. Troy Baker leading this thing off, 24 laps in. They're going to be taking their pit stop anywhere between laps 38 and 42 right now with the with the pacing that was going on earlier on in the race. This thing never really got started for a good 9 laps, 10 laps. They're underway now with about 15 good hard laps raced on those tires right now as Troy Baker got that little bit of space in between him and Cody Dahl, who's made his way into the front 3 now. On that high side outside there at Miami, look at him go. It works for some people here, ladies and gentlemen. When you commit to it, you got to stick with it, though. You can't be flipping and flopping and juking and jiving on this one here. If you're going to go high, stay high. If you're going to go low, you're going to keep it down there. Maybe move up as your tires wear out. But if you're on that high side, you're going to stay there the entire run that you're out there on the track. And it is fast, but it can be treacherous. It can be slippery slope for you out there on the track, ladies and gentlemen. Coming through back here in the back now, we got Ryan Catalano trying to catch up to Jason Spear and snatch 10th place out from underneath him right now. Lap 27's underway as we watch the action go down. He's got the number 1, Mitchell Schaefer, behind him with Isaac Campbell pulling up 13th position right now. Still up 20 spots for that driver. He started in the rear. Definitely one of the biggest movers. And I think as long as he can stay on the lead lap, he's the biggest mover regardless. Really hard for corner could come up in front of him, but he'd have to make up 3 more positions to do that right now. I say that as the 38 gets his nose ever so close to the 9's rear end there going through the turn. Couldn't be but a matter of time until that pass happens. And those cars sound absolutely amazing. That's the Xfinity Series cars. They're from NASCAR, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching iRacing right now. This is the Birdhouse Xfinity Open Series Season 2. These guys are out here showing you how to get down on this bad, funky town right now, known as Homestead, Miami. Cody Dahl taking the lead there from Troy Baker momentarily. They're going to race it out inside, outside line. He's got a good 0.3 of a second up on that driver now as he makes that gap, grow half a second for the leader now in the 10 of Cody Dahl. Cody Dahl, Kendrick Halm sitting in 3rd place. Troy Baker back to 2nd. Mason Thompson on the outside line now. He's going to get them tires warming up here as we are hitting lap 31 now, ladies and gentlemen, of 100 here at Homestead, Miami. Watch the wall there. He was real close. The 10 and the 81 seem to have it figured out now as they get this race really cooking here. We got 4 drivers up there in the front racing it out. It's looking good. Keith Hume Thompson making his way up the track as well now, following corner up through that whole pack there. With Michael Sellers, Jason Spear, and Ryan Catalano falling off ever so slightly. Back to 11th place for Catalano. Still trying to catch Spear for 10th. And we're just going to watch this action unfold here from around different angles of the track right now, ladies and gentlemen, because they're just having fun out there. They're just getting the laps in. The space is taking off on the track. As you can see, there's gaps between all of them coming through. That's them entering turn 1 right now with Cody Dahl, the leader, showing the pack around here. Chandler Clark making his way. I'm sorry, that's the 34. Wyatt Frink coming around pit lane there. Making his way into the field once again as they come out of the backstretch. What a good looking race here at Miami, ladies and gentlemen. The guys are really getting down on the track right now. They're showing you how to race, showing you how to turn left, hit the gas, and whoa up there as the 81 gets right to the bumper of Cody Dahl. As they went through turns 3 and 4 a moment ago. And yeah, he's back up front, ladies and gentlemen. He is the 81 of Mason Thompson. Once again, showing you how it's done. Oh, he brushed the wall there. Not what you want to do. It does happen, but he did. He brushed the wall, ladies and gentlemen. Watching from behind, buddy. A little calm and collected is the driver in the 81 of Mason Thompson there. We'll go ahead and kick it up here to Cody Dahl as he's back up front there. Him and Mason racing it out, ladies and gentlemen. They're getting down. Back here in the back, we get the gyro cam from the one, the only, the great Troy Baker, the baby maker, ladies and gentlemen. He's led most of the race himself. Him, Mason Thompson, Cody Dahl, that's your 3 leaders so far in this here shindig out at Homestead, Miami. And there's a little space in between them. He's got 7/10, 8/10 to Cody Dahl right now, and about 2/10 of a second to the 81 as the 81 brushes the wall yet again. We're going to go ahead and get on board with Mason Thompson. Right there off his nose, and we'll see how close he's actually getting to the wall here as he's going through. We've seen him brush it twice now from different views, but you really could barely see it. But we're going to see how close this driver's really getting up to it in the turns. He's right off of it right now. You can see there on the side of your screen there, ladies and gentlemen, as we're coming around the turn here. There's a real dark part of the track there. You don't really want to get in that. It's a lot slicker than the rest of the surface. It's not ran on as much. Been there to pull you right to the wall. Hard to get out of it. And Thompson, like I said, he's running right up against it. Got a good looking line. Catching it from the stands right now. We're watching, that's Troy Baker. There's the third car back. Cody Dahl coming through turns 4 right now with Mason Thompson on his rear as they cutting across the line right now. There's Troy Baker. Cody Dahl, Mason Thompson, Troy Baker, Kendrick Hom, and Joshua Corner making their way around the track. Looking good here as they're going on through here. 2 cautions so far, ladies and gentlemen. It's been green flag run ever since. We're going to really hope they can keep it this way as the pit stops are about to start happening.
Caution's out.
Oh, Lord, there it is.
Your lap one
I
time real
speak
quick.
about it. Speak about it being clean and pow, whammy. There we go, we found it. Gotta get the driver brought up here. He is not in my list. Looks like Hume just got backwards right there. And like I said, Hume got sideways, things got silly, and we're back here, yellow flags out. I'm getting flabbergasted. I'm getting at a loss for words here for certain things as things are just turning out here tonight at Homestead. We got Mason Thompson still leading things off here, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking like Michael Sellers, Rachel Hunt, Isaac Campbell, Keith Hume Sr. They're in front of him. They're going to get a wave around here at the one to go. We'll go from there. Yet again, 81, pretty hard to handle, pretty hard to beat. Troy Baker's got a good run for a good 10 laps. Cody Dahl's going to come in about 18 of those. And we'll see how it turns out from those three drivers that are up front with Kendrick Halm throwing his little nose in the mix here and there. You know, it's nighttime here, so the heat's way different than what these drivers are used to doing at a race here at Homestead. And the air plays a big factor. Dirty air can really hurt you. When you get out front, those drivers that are pulling away, Cody Dahl pulled away real quick, about 0.8 of a second the first time he got out there in the front. It's because that clean air was there, and he had that great grip on the tire at the time and just ripped through it. Well, we've got some humidity here today. The heat's high, and it's probably going to rip through some tire a little bit. It's 84 on the track right now for him. It's been cooling off as it goes, but as the rubber transfers, we'll see it start to change with the dynamic tracks here with iRacing as they've been updating them throughout the seasons this year. Yellow lights are out on that pace car yet again, ladies and gentlemen. We know what that means. He's gone down the list. It's on. Mason Thompson at this line right here. Green flag out. 81 taking off. We've got the 81 with the 18 on the outside of him. Now dropping down behind him is Troy Baker with Cody Dahl in the 10 and Kendrick Halm in the number 25. we're going back to the list here. Cody Dahl. As we did it there, look at that. Best lap of the day right now, 33.409 for the driver, okay? Behind him, 33.603. Dahl is definitely fast right there. Two-tenths faster than just about everybody on the track is Cody Dahl with his fastest lap. But how long do his tires last? How long can he hold it up? Can he do it the entire run? We've already seen, not really, but he doesn't do it straight off the get-go. The man holds it back and waits for the time to strike to be right later on in the run. We got 30 laps out just now. We're at lap 46. Almost halfway through this bad boy, ladies and gentlemen. As Jason Spear, Joshua Corner are battling it out for 5th place now. The 83 gonna try to get up in. Look at that, the 83 and the 38, the 18 and the 81 up front. We got all the close numbers just fighting up with each other. Do we got a 52 next to that 25 by chance? No, it's a 10. I was just making a comment to have there. But what a wonderful race we've got going on here. The drivers that were a lap down, they're back up there. They're fighting for it again. We got Michael Sellers, Rachel Hunt, Isaac Campbell, Keith Hume, and Magnus Anderson back there in the back. 15th position for Magnus Anderson. He got that lucky dog getting all the way back up in here. So he's in the run again for it. Keith Hume back there with him in the 21, getting sideways in that last incident there all by himself. Nobody else hurt with him there. The 40 of Isaac Campbell. Still trying to get things done for K-Bomb racing up there. His teammate up in the front with him. Top 10 for Michael Sellers there. Billy Van Meter and Rachel Hunt right behind Michael in 11th and 12th. Rachel's just holding on to it. She'll be up there here shortly. We've already seen her be fast. We know what's happening with it. And that there, the number 51 of Ryan Allen in the back of this little pack here. He's got Jason Chilton, Dawes Mechanical in the number 4 right in front of him with Jason Spear and Ryan Catalano, along with Joshua Corner on up to Kendrick Holm again. That's the battle up there for the top 10. They're racing for 5th and 1st place right now. You never know which one they're going to get. Right now, Cody Dahl's got first held on to big time with the fastest lap on the track laid out last lap, 33.34. Man is smoking out there on the track is Cody Dahl. Telling you now. Is just a fascinating sound as those Xfinity machines are coming through the backstretch now, coming into 3 and 4. We got the 18 with the 25 of Kendrick Holm pushing up toward the rear. They are going to try to get that aero just a little loose for him, maybe just to get him to mess up a hair so he can get around him. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it, but it's worth a try. You never know. Mason Thompson back there behind Cody Dahl right now as Cody Dahl's making that midline work for him. Look at him go right now. A big win out there for Cody would make him smile. We're halfway through this thing. 51 is underway, ladies and gentlemen, as Cody Dahl is just showing them how it is done. Cool, calm, and collected, looking off the back right side of this car right here. I'm sorry, the inside left of that car back at the field. Look at the gap right there, ladies and gentlemen. They've got clean air below him, too. He's running a completely different line than everyone else on the track, and he is absolutely making it work for him. No help from anybody out there. It's all him in this show. Low line, mid to high. What a great drive by the number 10 there of Cody Dahl. As we kick along through here, Ryan Catalano in the 92 of Top It Off Sauce. Top It Off racing right there for topitoffsauce.com. Grab you a bottle of hot sauce when you get you a chance to. If you get any moment in your time right there, like a little spice in your life right there, fresh from the garden to the counter to the bottle to your house. Topitoffsauce.com. Made by that man right there, Ryan Catalano in the 92. Out here on Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. Him seems to have lost a little bit of juice on that car right there as he's looking like he's giving it everything it's got, sliding up into that wall almost right there. He's backing off just not to hit it. He's got Billy Van Meter behind him now. Billy's car a little beaten, banged up as well. A couple of them really got caught up there at the beginning of this here race and weren't ever really able to recover from it. Just weren't able to come back from it. Lots of cars down, lots of cars out, lots of cars, no chance. Like Kim Krause, Ryan Elmore, Christopher Hodgman, Christopher Fleshman, Andrew Watt, Mark Math, Eli Minnick, Chris Vickery, John Crawford, all those gone since the beginning of this thing. So unfortunate for all of them. Some other ones that are gone from us now. Joshua Parent, Joshua Divers is out there still making up time on the track. He's several behind, 20 laps back for him and Matthew Gonzalez both. Just a shame for some of them out there, man. I really do feel bad for the drivers that are no longer able to be here racing with us on the track here tonight and showing y'all just what they're capable of doing when that machine is under their control. Magnus Anderson up there into 13th position now. He's really hanging in there in the number 7. He's up to the bumper now of the number 40 of Isaac Campbell, who's made his way all the way up to 12th position. 21 spots up for that driver. Happen just going like the Energizer Bunny. 20 spots up for Ryan Catalano and Joshua Corner as well, as they're both up into 5th and 6th spot themselves. Back here we've got Ryan Hatch running in 20th position. Cars beat up, banged up. He is 12 laps back, but he's out here trying to keep that 20th position alive for his team there for those points for Bitcoin Boys. That's Ryan Hatch out there on the track. Wyatt Frink right in front of him on the standings, that is, in 19th position. He's 11 laps down, just a hair in front, but he's up there. 18th place going to Mitchell Schaefer of Dawes Mechanical. He's on lap 50 right now, 8 laps back from the leaders with Brody Duscher, his teammate. I'm sorry, not his teammate. That's Chaos Motorsports driver. 1 lap up on him, 7 laps down. Chandler Clark, 5 laps down for that driver. He's got 16th place for Birdhouse Motorsports on lock right now with 2 laps up on the drivers behind him. Really hard for them to catch that up. You got Billy Van Meter out there, last place right now on the lead lap. So he's not last place in the race. He's just the last driver on the lead lap. The leader's got about 15 seconds of track time till they catch him. It's a long distance, just so you know. So I don't see that anytime soon in Mr. Van Meter's future of getting lapped by the leaders right now. But he's got Keith Hume in 14th position in front of him. Isaac Campbell up 13th place still. He's down one. Magnus Anderson was able to make his way around Isaac, and we've got Michael Sellers still up there pushing hard. He's down one from the start of this thing, but he is still in the fight, is the number 9 of Michael Sellers, trying to keep K-Bomb alive out there in this race. Spear Motorsports breaking the top 10 with not one, 2 drivers. Rachel Hunt out there in the 61 machine in 10th place right now, with Ryan Allen of Chaos Motorsports in the 51 car out there in 9th place. Jason Chilton fighting it out for Dawes Mechanical in the number 4, making up 8th place. There's the spearhead himself of Spear Motorsports, Mr. Jason Spear, out there running 7th place right now in the number 83. Like I said, there's 2 drivers from Spear up there in the top 10 right now, getting it done, showing people how to really race it out. Ryan Catalano top it off, racing out there in the 92 machine, trying to keep his team alive in this. I do believe he's the only driver. He is the only driver on his team left in there. Get as far up as you can so you get as many points for that team that you can think of, brother. That's how you do it, Mr. Catalano. Good driving for you, sir. Joshua Corner out there, 5th place. No team for that driver. He's just out there to mix things up, shake it up, make things harder on the rest of the teams. Throw a little hiccup in there. Grab some points for himself. Maybe grab that singles championship for a solo driver. Joy Baker out there, really hanging it in there for Birdhouse Motorsports. K-Bomb and Birdhouse took a big hit this week. We only got 2 drivers left in there for us, and they're hanging in, but whew, man, it's rough. It is rough. Right up top there, Cody Dahl, 3rd place now for Dawes Mechanical. And that driver there, it's had one heck of a run on that mid to high line the entire time out here as we make our way on to lap 66 here. Those drivers coming into turns 1 and 2. Got the 81 of Mason Thompson still leading this thing. He's running that high line religiously now. Ever since that last pit stop, he stayed up there. He's been up there, and he ain't coming away from up there right now. Kendra Comm of Chaos Motorsports is running 2nd place on the outside above Cody Dahl, who's really running that low line right now just to get in front of him. I could have swore I heard a motor blow. I did. Coming down pit lane right now. I do believe that motor's blown. I could be wrong. I'm wrong. The 51 coming down. Either somebody hit a wall or a motor blew. It sounded like the motor blew on a vehicle, though, as they're coming in for those short pits early, knowing they got just enough to make it to the end here. 32 laps remaining here. Those drivers pulling in there. Ryan Allen to get some tires, a little bit of fuel, finish this race up. Pretty smart driving. Nice, smart tactic by that driver there. Might be able to get a good lead on Mason Thompson here. And that'll be the only way I think you got a chance at beating him, is to pit before him and get out there in front of him. We'll see who else bites on that right there, because like I said, you got 32 laps remaining here, green flag conditions right now. And this is really when you're going to see the strategy start to take place here, ladies and gentlemen. Mason Thompson's leading this thing by a minute. If the drivers start popping in the pits now before him, well, could be all she wrote, as they're starting to break into 3/4 of the way through 34.76 on that last time for Mason Thompson. It's a second slower than his best. So how much are they going to help him for the time being? And will it help him enough when he goes in? You see where I'm getting? Are you making the right choice when it comes down to it? Chaos Motorsports has got drivers all over the track right now in position, that is. Here we go. Kendrick Hom making his way down there now. That was a top 5 driver. Okay, so now it's really when it gets its crunch time. We're going to see what this does to affect the field here with that driver pitting in. Because he pit in, he was a top 5 driver. So he's now 1 lap down. And he's going to be 2 at the line. Troy Baker making his way into pits as well now. Corner making his way up into second place now. Mason Thompson opting to stay out a little while longer. This is where it's going to be touchy right here. Is he playing it smart because there's probably going to be a caution? Or does he think he's fast enough to get the 2 laps up on everybody? So when he goes in and comes back out, it's like he never left. It can happen. He can do it. Time it right. His tires haven't given out yet. He's still... So they're starting to go. He's almost into 35-second lap times now around here. That's it's a little slow compared to what they were running in the beginning. So it's gonna be touch and go. Here we go. Crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. We're watching him go right now, and like I said, we got Ryan Allen back here. He's up to 6th place now as they're starting to pit in front of him. Billy Van Meter, Magnus Anderson. They're all right there on the cusp. And I got a feeling that Billy's trying to stay out as long as he can because he was towards the back of the field anyway. Thompson and still going. This is about to get really interesting, like I said, ladies and gentlemen. It's taken them around 33, 34 seconds to get around the track. Almost 35 for the leaders in them now. And you're going to see whether or not he made a mistake. I think if he doesn't get into the pits now, man, I think he's made a big mistake staying out as long as he did. And that's entirely up to him. He's in there now. I just really feel that's a tough one to really get down with right there. He was at least a lap up on everybody now. Magnus Anderson has not pit yet. He's still out there on that same stint. He is now up front. On the same lap, though, as Billy Van Meter and everyone else. They're all that are there. Catalano, Kendrick Hom, Baker, they're all up there with him now. As Isaac Campbell makes his way around the number 7, Campbell being down a lap. Now putting him back on the lead. So this is very interesting, like I said. Very interesting. Thompson coming out in 5th place now. Overall, freshest tires out of most of them on the track. Only a couple of them going to have fresher tires than him. And he was literally one of the fastest drivers out there. Cody Dahl having the fastest lap set on the track. 33.34, ladies and gentlemen. Just smoking fast. Ryan Allen, I apologize, 33.32. Shoo! Can we say hot? That is quick. Mason Thompson, like I said, though, 5th place right now. Billy Van Meter up there in 1st place. He has been out there on the track for the longest amount of time, 36 laps on those tires. On the same lap with the rest of them. Cody Dahl making his way up to the rear outside now of Billy Van Meter. And I have that pass pretty easy in the bag as Van Meter cutting a 35-second lap with Cody Dahl cutting around a 33. Absolutely. Back here with Jason Chilton. He's up in 11th place right now. 33.49 on the last for that driver. They're really lighting it up here now, ladies and gentlemen. They are really getting it down, trying to get it in there. And Ryan Catalano in 7th place after his pit stops taking place there. He's up 19 positions overall for the race. Isaac Campbell still up in 13th, though, up 20 spots still. 21 now, up to 12th. No, back in 13th, I apologize. I'm telling you now, we've got Billy Van Meter, Cody Dahl, Mason Thompson, Ryan Allen, Kendrick Hom. Van Meter going down pit road finally. Sorry for that driver there. Going to put him a lap down at the minimal. Now Cody Dahl going to go ahead and take that lead. And he's got Mason Thompson right behind him. Just amazing how quick that works. Those two drivers, quick, fast. Really knowing their way around the track here, Homestead, Miami. It's week 6, ladies and gentlemen. It was a 100-lap race. We got 20 laps to go right now. You're watching the action live here on Kev Calls TV. My name is Kevin Hazelwood, and you're watching the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League Season 2. Rachel Hunt out there on the prowl. She's got a top 10 in her sights right now. She really wants that win out here. Michael Sellers in 8th place right in front of her. Her teammate Jason Spears in front of him in the number 83. Lots of space in between them all out there. It's looking like 2.5 seconds back to Michael and another second back to Rachel as well. Good race going on as they're making their way through 18 laps remaining and down the front stretch. And an hour into this action, ladies and gentlemen, we're still continuing on. We got 17 laps remaining now. Ryan D. Allen up in 4th place right now. Kendrick Hom out there in front of him in 3rd. Cody Dahl, 2nd place with Mason Thompson in the 81. Man, they had better figure it out. Because he's going to be 3 for 3, ladies and gentlemen, and that's something to talk about. That's a fast driver out there. Whether it's the car, whether it's the setup, or what it is, he's quick. Kendrick Hom falling back a 1.5 seconds to 2nd place of Cody Dahl. He's back there trying to stay in there with him, but he's got a cool 2nd to the leader there. Wow, he is fast. Just smoking down that track, ladies and gentlemen, now to pull him over, give him a ticket, and send him on his merry way. And if he does it again, woo, take him out. But that won't happen. That'd be rude. As it stands, though, what we're seeing, 15 laps remaining. Mason Thompson, Cody Dahl, Kendrick Hom. That's your top 3 with Troy Baker and Ryan Allen making up that top 5. Ryan Catalano, Jason Spear, Joshua Corner, Michael Sellers, Jason Chilton. Top 10 here at Homestead. We've got, like I said, 15 laps to go. They're coming through turns 3 and 4 now. in the middle of the pack there at the top 10 with the 10th place and 9th place right there, almost about to battle it out between Jason Chilton and Michael Sellers. Chilton making his move down to the inside. Woo, that was quick. He got up there fast, drove it in deep, took it on, got up in front, gonna ride it off to the wall. What a great job by the number 4 there. Up here in the front, we got Troy Baker, the number 18 out there in the Hardee's paint scheme, tracking down 3rd place. Kendrick Hom, who's done a fine job of holding on to that all race long. He's been up there in the front 5 the entire run. But here comes the baby maker about to make the moves. Get up there in that top 3. Jason Spear running up in 7th position. Up 7 spots for the entire run here since the start. Good job for that driver staying clean through that front wreck. That first thing out there at the first turn. Number 3, Chris Vickery, losing it right there. Car grip it up, sending him out to the outside wall, and just all havoc below that. Just they were dodging and everything. Everybody always jerks the wheel when something happens, and you know it happens. It's part of it. It's called racing. Get on board here with the leader of this here thing right now, Mason Thompson, as we're coming to lap 10. 10 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to lap 90 at the line right here. We're on that backstretch right now. He has got his pedal just pushed through that floorboard right now, easing off. Gonna bring it down to that bottom line. He's gonna wanna hold that nose to the bottom line, get the car to rotate around, and gonna drive it off straight to the end of the Geico sign there. He is doing an absolute picture-perfect job coming around here at Homestead. Easing through there, gonna cut through the turn just perfect. Get that nose down to the white line yet again here. 10 to go, ladies and gentlemen, on board here with Mason Thompson. As he is attempting to pull off that triple crown, that trifecta. The hat trick coming up here at Homestead from the driver in the 81 from Bitcoin Boy. Telling you, he is super quick. That's the driver though right there. We've been on board with him for a couple laps. He is nailing those lines to a T here. Just absolutely pulling that off like you need to see it, ladies and gentlemen, as they're coming around here. We've got 9 laps remaining. That's Troy Baker and Cody Dahl right there, 3rd and 2nd place. Baker getting around Kendrick Hom there. Tires falling off ever so slightly. I mean ever so slightly. Baker running a 34.720 that last lap before. Catching a 38.85 on that one there. Kendrick running a little smoother of a lap on the last go around. It's a battle for 2nd place, and I say that with all respect in the world to all of them, but man, they got 5 seconds to catch him now. I don't see that happening. 7 laps to go. As somebody's banging off of something on the inside of pit road there, pulling in their pit stall. And Joshua Corner, that solo driver out there in 8th position. As all this is going down, ladies and gentlemen. They're just absolutely tearing the house up right now. With about, looking at 85 laps clean right now. Green racing on the track ever since the cautions there in the beginning of this here race. Mason Thompson still leading this thing. Cody Dahl running a good 2nd place. Troy Baker out there in 3rd place. Not really much any of them can say or do about it. It looks like it's Mason Thompson's show here in that 81. 5 laps to go at the line. as he crosses it right now. 5 to go for that 81 to pull off that hat trick for the third week in a row. We'll bring him down to victory lane. Magnus Anderson back there, 13th position still, running clean. They're picking up good clean points for Bitcoin boys. Isaac Campbell, 12th position. Michael Sellers, 11th place with Rachel Hunt, picking up 10th place. Jason Chilton, Dolls Mechanical, running in 9th right now. Joshua Corner, 8th place. Jason Spear still up there in 7th with Ryan Catalano running 6th place. Ryan Allen, 5th place. Troy Baker, 4th position. Now Kendra Calm getting that spot back from him. Woo-hoo-hoo. Nice to see a little battle out there. Cody Dahl still running that 2nd position right now. Mason Thompson with 4 to go. 3 at the line as he comes around 4 now onto the front stretch. 3 laps remaining, and he's still up front. Billy Van Meter back 2 laps down from the leader. 1 lap down from the leader. Running in 14th position. Keith Hume in 15th. They're all staying in it, pulling off those points for their teams, guys. I really like to see it. Joshua Divers out there running laps. 2 to go, 1 at the line, 2 at the line as the leader gets to it. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's Mason Thompson making his way down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Brace yourself, people. Brace yourself. Because what you're seeing now is the white flag flying high at Homestead, Miami. And we've got the 81, ladies and gentlemen, of Mason Thompson making history here in the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. It's season 2, and the driver of the 81 for Bitcoin Boy Racing is coming through turns 3 and 4 as I'm yelling this out right now. This driver's coming off of 4, ladies and gentlemen, for the epic trifecta. The hat trick is done and out and over as the 81 Mason Thompson wins 3 weeks in a row here in the Birdhouse. Season 2. Guys, Lord have mercy, this man is getting down with his bad funky self. This is crazy. This is just crazy. It's silly. It's crazy. But it just happened, ladies and gentlemen. Mason Thompson, 3 in a row. Good driving from him. I swear on everything. Great job by everybody out there. But that driver right there, 3. Whoo! I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, he needs a trophy. We're just gonna pause that right there on the screen for us, ladies and gentlemen, so we can just have that up for a minute. As that driver's still celebrating out there on the track, and whew, I mean, just look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring it up. Let's bring the grid up for everyone to see real quick as there they are. Mason Thompson winning this thing by no chance, 8 seconds on the field there. Mason Thompson, Cody Dahl, Kendra Calm, Troy Baker, Ryan Allen, Ryan Catalano, Jason Spear, Joshua Corner, Jason Chilton. Rachel Hunt, Michael Sellers, Isaac Campbell, Magnus Anderson, Billy Van Meter, 13th position, Joshua Corner, Keith Hume, Chandler Clark, Mitchell Schaefer, Wyatt Frink, Ryan Hatch, Joshua Divers coming in 20th place there, Brody Duscher, Matthew Gonzalez, Rob Higgs Jr., Joshua Parrott, John L. Crawford, Chris Vickery, Eli Minnick, Mark Math, Andrew White, Chris Fleshman, Christopher Hodgson, Ryan Elmore, and Kim Krause in last, their 33rd place. But Jesus, Pete, lower than heavens above. The man has won 3 races in a row. We're going to go ahead and show him to you right now. But wow. Just wow, ladies and gentlemen. I'm blown away by the results of that right there. And yeah, he's got it. Mason Thompson, 214 for the points right now. He's leading. Jason Spears going to be right behind him. John Crawford, Jason Chilton, Rachel Hunt, Cody Dahl, Chandler Clark, Troy Baker, Magnus Anderson. Your 9 top 10s. Michael Sellers right there. That's just. I'm speech bound right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's your standings though for the singles, and here comes the teams flying up at you. Birdhouse Motorsports, Dolls Mechanical, Bitcoin Boys is on the hunt. They're closing that gap. Okay. So is Dolls. Dolls has only got 60 points to go. Bitcoin Boys down 120, but they keep winning. If he keeps it. There's no chance for anybody to get into the playoffs except for by points if this guy keeps it up at this race, at this pace. It's amazing, and guys, I'm telling you what, this is awesome. As we get this underway, we're going to bring up 3rd place of the 25 of Kendrick Hom. Number 25, we've got Kendrick Hom in the booth with me right now. Driver, you did a fantastic job this entire run out there. How are you feeling as that green flag went after all those silly cautions in the beginning there? And you managed to be top 5 the entire time.
Oh yeah, well, it's Homestead's one of my more favorite tracks. I enjoy it. I did spend a lot of time practicing, getting prepped. The beginning was just absolutely wild. I'm still trying to figure out how I got through that first wreck. It was just pandemonium around me. But I got an early run, folded in right behind first, and I just stayed behind him. The car felt good, wasn't too loose. Towards the end there, as it was getting later, it started to get tight, but it wasn't too much to handle. I just didn't have anything for second or first, unfortunately.
Yeah, they were quick out there, and I'm telling you, I enjoyed watching you out there, Kendrick. You had a really good car. You fell back, you saved tires for a moment there, and you knew you were waiting on an opportunity to strike. You made your decision when you did, and it was a smart time to do it because you had just enough tire to get up in there. And like you said, you didn't have anything for the other two, but you definitely had enough to get a podium finish for you out there. Chaos Motorsports getting some good points out there for some team championship points. And do you have any friends, families, or sponsors that you'd like to thank out there?
Oh, absolutely. Forged Ironworks, Ford Performance Development Driving School, Circle City Raceway, HD5, MEP McGinnell Motors, Mastiff and Kane Warehousing, Kenny Mowing, Avery Dennison, and Cutscene Graphics.
Absolutely, driver. That's Kendrick Hom. And am I pronouncing that right, driver?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome. I love it when I'm right on stuff like that. He's driving for Chaos Motorsports in the number 25 machine out there on the track. Ford Motorsports, he says. And we look forward to seeing him again up here in the booth with us. Driver, great race, man. I was like I said, it was a good show watching you up there. You stayed up front the entire time out there. You managed to keep your nose clean during that first incident and pulled off some good points for yourself and your team. So good job out there, brother.
Thank you. You have a wonderful night, man.
You too. All right. That was Kendrick Hom there. And we're going to bring in the number 10 now of Cody Dahl now of Dahl's Mechanical. Owner and driver out there, second place. Cody, man, you had one heck of a fast car up there on that. I seemed to like that mid line to start off your run, then you faded up into the high, and it seemed like you were searching for some grip later on in that run towards the end there. What were you feeling, man? What were you thinking?
So at the start, the car was awesome up top, but it was just dying after 20 laps, and at the end, I just had to take away Troy's and the number 25's air. That was the only reason why I was going down low. Kind of blocked him a little bit.
Just trying to give it a little dirty air for the guys behind you there to keep your position intact, huh?
And I was praying for no cautions because I had no tires left.
No tires left in your
No
pit
tires.
stalls there, man. But you know what? You managed to pull off second place. You managed to pull off a great amount of points for yourself and your team there, Dolls Mechanical. Your other drivers were up there with you as well. You had Jason Chilton finishing the top 10 with you as well. So y'all pulled off some good points for the team there. You only got 60 points away now from first place in the team standings for Doll Mechanical now. You only got around 64 points until you catch and tie Birdhouse Motorsports there. So you should be happy and smiling about that, driver. And do you have any friends, families, or sponsors that you would like to thank out there?
Just like to thank my teammates that help us set up our setups every week, and practice with.
Thanking his teammates and friends that help him set this stuff up every week and have some fun with. Man, that's a good way to be out there, Cody. I like your chill, mellow attitude about things, and I wish you luck going forward here. You got to keep it up, man. I think you're in the running almost for the playoffs there, but man, it's really hard to get a guaranteed spot with the guy that we're bringing up, the guy whose bumper you chased most of the night there in that 81.
Yeah,
Man,
he was out of our league. Man, I think we've all had some bad luck right now, so hopefully some good luck swinging our way.
yeah, he hadn't had any bad luck past couple races. He's 3 in a row
Yeah,
now, brother. If you haven't noticed, so doesn't matter. He's guaranteed a spot.
Yep.
So
He can. Yep. Right.
yeah, that's right, driver. You have a great one, and we'll talk at you later.
You too. Thanks, Kevin. See you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the number 81. 3 of them back to back to back, baby. We got 3 wins, 4 of them for him for the freaking season total. He doesn't want to let anybody have any friggin' chance unless they earn it point-wise to come up there for his trophy. It's the 81. It's Mason Thompson yet again. Brother, 3 in a row. How are you feeling? I'm stoked for you. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. It's awesome. I'm feeling great. 3 in a row is awesome.
3 in a row, man. You got the hat trick. Yep.
Yeah.
You Gretzky'd it up in here, bro. Like, that's a hockey reference for those of y'all that don't get it. I'm just saying. But yeah, what in the world are you thinking of? You had a fast car, brother. I thought Cody was going to hold you off for a while, and then you just were toying with him, I guess, or something. You just said, bye. But what a car you had out there. We could talk about so many different things, but we're just going to say this. Did you happen to see the wreck in the beginning of the race in your mirror?
Yes, and well, okay. So I have some comments. I don't know. I guess it's just a lack of experience. I guess not enough guys have ran Homestead before, but like it is notorious. It's like a truck, Xfinity Cup car. No matter what you run here on the start coming out of 2, it gets so loose. No matter how tight the car is, it'll snap, and it's any car. And I guess
it was brutal. It was brutal. The number 3s, it just snapped on him, and he corrected, and it snapped and grabbed immediately, and just threw him up into the wall. And that wasn't even the bad part of it. The bad part was people just avoiding him. They collided with each other. It was terrible. He took himself out. There was no collision, no contact or anything with him. He took himself out, and then people just wrecked upon wrecked after that, avoiding it. It's bad. It's bad.
I mean, but like to me, the spinning out, I mean, that's avoidable. Like because like if you watch me on every single restart, I'm babying it out of 2 because I know that it's a really high chance that it's gonna snap if you don't baby it, and to me that's avoidable. Like you should know if you've been on here long enough and you've ran Homestead enough, you should know that it's gonna snap loose out
Yeah,
of 2 on the start.
you can say that a million times, but it is what it is. I mean, the car got loose and it snapped and it did that and la di da. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. You're still a 3-time back-to-back winner here in the Birdhouse
Yes
Xfinity
sir, yes
season,
sir.
and that's pretty awesome. So I'd ask you if you have any friends, families, or sponsors to thank out there, and you'd give me, I don't know, Taco Bell, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. Taco Bell. Yeah,
Uh,
shout out to
so
Taco Bell.
so so we've already got that established, folks. Here that he's you should sponsor this guy because he's won almost every race here in the league so far. You won the first one of the season. You won the fourth one. You won the fifth one. And by God, he came back in week 6 here in Miami and pulled off another 100-lap victory here in the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League Season 2. That's Mason Thompson, guys. That's what he does. I told y'all last week he puts his pants on 2 legs at a time, not one. He just jumps in them and jumps in the car and wins races. So, yet again, 81 with the victory. 81, congratulations. And sir,
Thank you, man. Thank
I
you.
look forward to talking with you in the championship race. Okay, that's what I'm gonna go ahead and say right now. I look forward to talking to you. You're either gonna sit 1, 2, 3 in the championship at the end of the season. I can't say which one you will be, but you will definitely be one of the 3. So
We're
good
gonna
luck.
we're gonna aim for that number 1. We're going to aim for the number 1.
Hey man,
That's
you,
fine.
you you aim high. That's the way to be out there because it's no way to be if you're not out there to win. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again here in Victory Lane, Mason Thompson with the fastest car on the track for the week in the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. Mason, have a great one. Look forward to talking to you again, driver.
Yep, 10-4.
All right, guys, that was freaking ridiculous. That man has won 3 weeks in a row, and no one has an answer for him. No one has an answer for Mason Thompson. And I'm telling you what, they better figure something out, man, because there's only a couple weeks left. And then it's playoff time. And when that happens, that guy gets that thing rolling, there's no stopping him. And you had better figure something out to stop that right there, ladies and gentlemen. So, anyway, thank y'all for joining me here. My name is Kevin Hazelwood. This was the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League Season 2, live on iRacing. We'll catch y'all next week, Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern. Be there.